The Salisbury Township project was really born out of the need to move farmers more quickly through the conservation process. In our typical work before this, we would have a big meeting, invite farmers, explain the project, and ask if anyone was interested. And that was not really moving farmers very efficiently. We weren't getting a ton of yeses. So with the very generous funding from the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation and the Environmental Defense Fund, and a really strong partnership with Salisbury Township and TMAG, we set a new course. And we decided that this unique method would be to visit each individual farmer in a township, to literally saturate the township with outreach visits. And it was wildly successful. The project resulted in over 100 conservation plans and the development of 4 demonstration farms.
There are about 500 farm properties in the township, anywhere from 10 acres to 150 acres. It took a little over a year to visit each one of those farms. That meant collecting the demographic information of the farm, number of animals, the housing, nutrient storage on the farms, how they were farming the land, different practices they were using to improve soil quality, and another big one is stormwater, how they were managing stormwater. The one great thing about starting this work in Salisbury Township is that the township is the headwaters of the Pequea Creek watershed. And the Pequea Creek watershed is one of the 4 main watersheds in Lancaster County. You have the Octorara to the south, then the Conestoga, and then the Chickies in the northern part. And they all go from east to west and wind up in the Susquehanna River.
Not only were we doing the outreach and getting conservation plans done, but we did 4 initial projects that really stood as places where other farmers could come and see what was done from their neighbors, from people they trusted, and recognize how it was helping those operations. Not only were they really impactful projects, they are very important for moving those next group of 7 farmers through the process and getting them to yes quickly. This model of outreach, we are now replicating across many townships. We've now visited every farm in Laycock Township and Paradise Township and Strasburg Township, and we're essentially working our way down to the Susquehanna.
Our farm is 9 acres. We have the White Horse Run going through it. We have a few acres we take hay off of for our goats. Our first and biggest project was the trees, our buffer. It's probably about 3.5 acres. And with the trees, we got some stipends to do the actual BMPs. The first ones that happened were a half stream crossing, more of a water access. We had steers at the time. And there's also some water management. Gutters were installed around the barns. Some drainage was put around a smaller barn area. I know I'm doing the right thing. And I know for certain that downstream there's things happening there are beneficial as well.
My farm is a crop and dairy farm. We grow corn, alfalfa, a little bit of wheat and beans. Then we have Holstein dairy cattle. There was actually stream bank fencing done here on the farm back in '91. So I have mature trees along the stream. As far as the conservation project now is to better control of the manure management. I feel by doing this project, it raises the chances of the next generation continuing in the farming industry.
These farm projects represent our typical BMP implementations, lots of manure storage units, concreting of heavy use areas, and lots of stream work that includes buffers and stream crossings and fencing. And when we're all said and done, this is going to take about 40,000 pounds of nitrogen out of our streams in Salisbury Township and then subsequently the Chesapeake Bay.
So a lot of exciting things happening in Salisbury Township, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. So it takes a little patience, not only to get farmers to accept some of the new practices, but to see the benefits once they're installed. Over time, as we're hoping to monitor these different streams and especially the Pequea watershed, hopefully we'll see that water quality improve and help improve the whole Chesapeake Bay watershed.